And Alfred must have some kind of degree in textiles or costume making because he prepared a bat costume for her in her size.
Yeah, no, I can explain that. He was so perplexed with his niece that he snuck into her room when she was sleeping, got a tape measure, and measured her diameter and her parts, and
speaking of which, if that is the case, this is the most pervious uncle in the existence ever, because he puts her in this skin-tight leather skimpy outfit with bat ass, not complaining, but bat ass and bat boobies, and he just runs with it, and he's like, yep, like to see my niece in that.
I am complaining because the bat ass is both on Batman, Robin, Batgirl. Like, no.
Okay, Batman and Robin aside, I am not complaining.
She's no Uma Thurman.
Oh, Uma Thurman in this film. Wow.
What a complete waste. She's only there for Batgirl to have a cat fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Which is really anticlimactic as well.
How degrading is that you're hired, you're Uma Thurman, you're hired for this job, and you go, is that all I'm doing? I'm there to have a cat fight with a woman to sort of get the rowdy members of the audience excited. Is that all? Right. All right. Fine. As long as I get paid big.
She also gets her share of the one-liners as well, with such lines as, I've got some wild oats to sow and my garden needs tending.
What was it? Let me get your rocks. When she meets,
I'll help you grab your rocks.
Yeah, I'll help you grab your rocks. Like, really, you're in a kids' film. You're trying to sexualize everything about this film, and no, I'm sorry, I can't. That is unforgivable. Unforgivable. Right.
Well, Poison Ivy as a character is a very, seducing character, but here with the one-liners, I guess you take what you get for it. It's, as I say, it's unapologetic in its humour.
Yeah. We'll move on to Bane. Bane.
Poison Ivy's lackey in this film, apparently.
Yeah, Poison Ivy's lackey. Come on. I mean, Bane, this guy, wow.
Is unfucking believable.
Wow. Like, I no words can describe Bane in this. You have to see it to believe it. But he is like, wow. That's it. That's my
wow,
review of
your
Bane.
Argument.
Wow. What?
Okay, well,
the fuck?
I'd say that he looks closer to the comics than the Tom Hardy one does in terms of appearance. But obviously, with the Tom Hardy one, we're getting an actual character and not just a lumbering Sasquatch that yells "Bane" all the time.
He's really there just to have the two characters fight him. He's not really there to do anything and punch through walls.
Yeah, and repeat everything Poison Ivy says. Yeah,
and I mean, okay, you're a big hulking human being with this venom serum, but surely that's got to leave you got to feel that in the morning after. You got to feel that. You just punched through using your knuckles. You just punch through using your fist through a wall. You've got to feel that. Like, the morning after, he's sitting there, like, with a bandage on his hand. Poison Ivy comes over. Oh, I want you to punch through this wall when we go. And really, do I have to again? Look at this. No.
No. Not a fan of Bane. Okay, well then, I guess we move on to our third villain of the film. We're bringing out the big guns. The guy who gets top billing in this film.
Put that cookie down! Yeah! That Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnie, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger is easily the best character in this film.
What are you doing, Arnie? Arnie, stick to roles you don't like. Stick to roles, big action roles. Like go back to making Predator. You know, films we like. Go back to Total Recall. Go back to anything other than this.
Well, he has the one-liners in all those other action flicks. I mean, even in Terminator, he had one-liners.
Yeah, but
he gets a fair share of one-liners in this film.
A fair share. The script just has him. Every line is a one-liner. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Stay cool. What else was there? First Gotham, then the world.
There is one absolute. Everything freezes. Freeze well, cool party.
Oh my god, like...
And again, the only credible scenes in this film with Mr. Freeze are the scenes with his wife. There's one in Arkham where he makes this ice sculpture in a glass and looks at it and does no words and the music's nice. Yes, it's lifted exactly, identically from the episode Heart of Ice from Batman the Animated Series, but in a film with this, you take what you're given, and they're the only credible scenes with him.
No,
I'm sorry to viewers, by the way. This review has got a lot of sighing in it, but I feel it's necessary.
It's I cannot even I cannot even describe in words how disappointed I am of Batman and Robin, and how much I really don't like. I hated Returns, but this just takes the cake in terms of Batman films.
This film hurt you.
This film hurt me. It touched me in places I don't even want to tell anyone about. I what else can I say apart from and no and why?
Okay, if you had to focus your thoughts now, we'll go for final thoughts now before people get annoyed of us at just raging or even praising this film in some aspects. In a few sentences, your final thoughts on the film Batman and Robin.
Right. It was a complete waste of Batman, of money that could have been spent on a better film, or could have gone to third world countries. It was a complete waste of my time, waste of a film. Had no characterization in it, campy, over the top. It didn't work for Batman Forever. It doesn't work here. It's twice as bad as Batman Forever. It's unforgivable. It's unforgivably bad. It's unforgivably campy. The only good scenes are with Alfred, and maybe he was trying to fake his death so he could get out of a god awful franchise. Though that's my review of Batman and Robin.
Okay, I guess my final thoughts on this film. This film has to be seen to be believed. I mean, it's one of those films that have been immortalised through the years as one of the worst films ever made. I guess that's merited, but you know what? If you just want... It's a great film for parties. Just get a group of friends round, just sit down and watch it and just laugh at how over-the-top, campy and unapologetically bad the film is. I like this film to just watch as a no-brain film. I prefer it to Forever, and I know that I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but at least this film knew what it wanted to be. It was completely balls to the wall, stupid, and Forever had the wrong mix of stupid and dark. And you know what? Batman and Robin, I can watch and not be offended at it. And I am a huge Batman fan. So that's really all I have to say on the topic of Batman and Robin.
Everyone must now get their pitchforks ready, because, you know, I'm setting a date and time for this.
I hope there's some people out there who watch this review who are not afraid to admit that they like this film.
This is the end of those film guys before it's even started. Everyone, we're going to have a mass outside Chris's, and, you know, get your pitchforks. No, actually, throw Batman and Robin at him, because, you know, this. I'm sorry, Chris. This.
Yeah.
Why, Chris? But you don't do this. Don't turn to the dark side. Like,
I can't help it. You know, you've got Arnie with one-liners. What more could you ask for? You've got... It's a Batman film that's directed by a complete lunatic, and it is what it is. It's unapologetic fun, and that's what the film is. It's fun. Right.
Well, I need to get the rope. Okay, right. Well, that's Batman and Robin. I've raged. Chris has not raged. So, you know, join us again where we're getting into the nitty gritty. Batman Begins, where it all rose up from the grave and became something. It transcended into another plane of existence. It
became something else entirely.
Yeah, instead of being buried in the ground where no one wants to see it. So that is what we're going to do next. So join us next time for Batman Begins. Thanks, guys.